We have been joined by civil society activist from Dhaka, Bangladesh, Mr. Fahim Mashroor. Thank you very much for your time with Pakistan TV. Of course, we wish you and the Bangladeshi government the best of luck for the elections to take place. But of course, with the elections right around the corner, what are the measures that are being taken by the Election Commission of Bangladesh, the military and the political leadership, and also what are the challenges involved before the elections that are taking place?
Thanks for having me here. As all of you know, that election is scheduled on next month, 12th of February, and the whole country is actually getting prepared for that. Just today, Election Commission has actually allowed the parties to formally campaign, and it is very kind of noisy around because every party have actually started to campaign from today. So we expect the next couple of weeks till the time of election, there will be a lot of rallies by all the parties, door-to-door campaign and all those things. Of course, like any other election in this subcontinent, there are kind of concern about law and order situation, particularly violences among the like parties, competing parties. This, of course, will be an issue, and government has actually committed that it will take all it can to minimize those violence. But the real actually issue probably would be something that is a little bit uncertain in the sense that, as you know, the party, Awami League, the party of Sheikh Hasina, who actually fled to India after uh, the July revolution in 2024, their party is actually banned from election, but still they have some support, probably 15 to 20% of the people still support them. And there are a lot of kind of active supporters who are in hiding. Some of them probably have fled to India. So what would be the role of those people? Because already there are kind of incidents that took place in last a few weeks. As you know, it has been talked about the killing of Osman Hadi, a very popular activist, and it is kind of well known that he has been targeted by the Awami League and its operative, and those who have actually fled to India. So, are we actually going to get lot of such kind of incidents in the coming weeks? Is the real concern.
Right, absolutely. So also, what is the sentiment among the, the citizens of the Bangladesh? What are their expectations in view of the elections?
Oh, the expectation or the sentiment is quite high because, as you know, that there has not been any meaningful election in last 17 years. All the three elections that Sheikh Hasina actually did was just kind of heavily rigged, and in one of the elections, no opposition party even actually took place. So this is almost kind of almost 50% of the people, uh, the youths are actually going to exercise their voting rights for the first time in their life. So there has been huge level of excitement, and all the political parties are actually very serious in campaign. This will be a very competitive election, and we hope that after second week of February, the country will have a real elected government after almost 2 decades.
Right, absolutely. That's very right. As you've mentioned, that these are very important elections that are going to take place after more than a decade, and the national sentiment is, of course, very high. But as you were talking about Sheikh Hasina, who is still in hiding in India, and of course, she has the Indian support, and of course, we also witnessed certain incidents. The unfortunate incidents that happened in view of the elections during the election campaigning. So do you see the Indian involvement in the violence and the unrest that is existing in this election campaigning?
You just mentioned that Sheikh Hasina is hiding in India. In fact, she is not hiding. She has fled Bangladesh, but she has actually been given warm hospitality by the Indian government. And of course, the whole country is the Bangladeshi people are very angry with that also. So, and not only so, Sheikh Hasina has been seen in social media, like have been heard in social media about instigating violence in Bangladesh, different parts of the country. So that is the real concern. And we also, like I said, that the Sharif Osman Hadi killing was directly associated with the Sheikh Hasina's party operative who have actually fled to India. And so far, Indian government has not given any support, despite number of requests from Bangladesh Foreign Ministry to actually catch the killers and send them back. So there is a real concern that in next few weeks there will be a lot of violence actually like planned and instigated from beyond the border, particularly from India.
Right, absolutely. As you're mentioning that Sheikh Hasina, of course, it's quite evident that she's not really in the hiding, and she is, of course, being supported by India, and she's instigating the violence in Bangladesh. So, what are the measures that are being taken by the Bangladeshi Election Commission, the military and the political leadership, to deal with this challenge? And of course, it's a huge challenge.
Yeah, actually, like first of all, there are of course law and order challenges, and uh, there is a huge amount of law enforcing agents, people who are in the field. Also, Bangladesh Army has been kind of requested to provide support to the civil administration and the police. But there are of course concern, and at the same time, there are issues about lot of misinformation, and a number of Indian medias have been continuously spreading false news without any kind of credible kind of source or whatever, and they actually create confusion, lot of kind of like fake news and all those things. So that itself is another layer of kind of issue that may actually create lot of nuisance. So I think it's still as long as all the major political parties, the government, election commission are actually very serious about having a peaceful and fair election, we are really hopeful that the election will be held more or less peacefully.
Right, absolutely. Mr. Fahim, as we are talking of challenges, the challenge of disinformation and misinformation is, of course, a very pressing challenge. So, when we talk about the digital media landscape of Bangladesh, how well equipped are the digital media platforms to deal with the misinformation, of course, that is being propagated by the Indian authorities?
It is always a challenge. I think even in some of the developed countries, it is also a challenge to kind of counter the misinformation. And frankly, this is something that from civil society, we have been pushing the government that they actually establish an fact-checking demand. So far, there has been some kind of initiatives, but not, of course, enough. So I think it is also important for the citizens to be very vigilant about the misinformation campaign going or planned or executed from outside the countries. The good news is most of the people, majority of the people know that this type of things are being kind of planned and executed for last 1.5 years after Sheikh Hasina had to fled. So, people don't believe in most of the people don't believe in those misinformation. So Indian media tries to does it continuously, but sometimes it feels that they are actually trying to serve their domestic audience, then really actually being successful in actually confusing people in Bangladesh, because most of the people of Bangladesh knows that these are nothing but fake news.
Right, absolutely. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Fahim Mashroor, civil society activist from Dhaka, Bangladesh.